Hello from wherever you're joining us from. This is Leadership Dialogue Podcast. I am Chikodinaka Dili. Well, we started the conversation, the series on insecurity in Nigeria, the recent upsurge in banditry, and of course, killer herdsmen attack in some villages and communities as well as states in Nigeria. The conversation still continues today, and I will start with telling you that the federal government has called on for an overhaul of military tactics to address Nigeria's worsening insecurity. This, it said, the country needed rather than a security summit. The Senate on Tuesday resolved to hold a two-day national security summit to brainstorm a solution to the rising waves of killings and other forms of insecurity in the country. The decision followed a motion sponsored by Jimo Ibrahim, the senator representing Ondo South, at the resumption of the plenary. This is as the House of Representatives has earlier warned of a possible citizens' revolt if the federal government fails to address insecurity in the country, which, according to him, has been on an upward swing in the last few weeks. Well, that is where we'll be dovetailing our conversation from. I have in the studio this minute an advocate, a known advocate from one of the worst hit parts of the country, Benue State precisely. He is an activist, a strong activist in that state, speaking up for the people of Benue and other groups and other states within the middle belt and of course northern part of Nigeria. I have here Meddy Olotu. Good afternoon and good to have you join us.
Good afternoon. It's nice to be here.
Well, you came into Abuja a few days ago from Benue State. Could you tell us the current situation of things in Benue State?
Things are bad.
How bad?
Very bad. Extremely bad. We don't need to pretend about these things anymore. Things are really bad. But one thing right now that keeps happening is the fact that when you try to talk, they try to paint it differently as if, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. People are sleeping with one eye closed right now in Benue State. Because you don't know where next is hitting. It's leaving this village, it's going to the next place, it's going to this place, it's going to that place. I've witnessed a lot of these things. I've stayed all my life in Benue State. The only thing I do sometimes, I just travel out probably to chill and to do some of these things, but I've stayed most of my life in Benue. I know everything going up there in Benue State. Any day, any time, wherever these things are happening, we always go there. Is it the Agatu? We're always in Agatu.
So you witnessed the Agatu killings?
Witnessed a lot of killings in Benue State.
And the several pockets of incidents we have seen come out from Benue State.
Is it the one in Opamaju? That's a village. Is it the one in Otobiakpa of recent? That one appeared in the news and everybody were talking about it. That one, in fact, the next day I have to drive there. I took vehicles there because a lot of persons were stranded there. They could not leave. And of recent, just a few days ago, they still strike there again. About 4 persons again. That same place. 2 weeks ago, something happened there. About 17 persons. Then just day before yesterday, 4 persons. In fact, one of the persons I knew him personally.
Given the account of the government, it shows that the government may be doing a lot to see how this worsening insecurity in some parts of the country are brought to a minimal. And of course, Benue State, your governor is also not sleeping about the situation in that state. Or are you saying that what we hear in this part of Abuja is different from what goes on in Benue State?
I think it's of recent the governor started speaking out. And when the governor speaks, if you notice something, there's a part where the governor is not always mentioning, and that's the Zone C. We have the Zone A, Zone B, and Zone C. The Zone C is the Doma-speaking part of Benue State, when we have the Agatu, where we keep hearing about this crisis every time. But these Zone C are not always mentioned in his conversations.
Why?
I don't know. Best known to him. Of recent, if you heard, the Senate president said something that the governor is not speaking. If you watch that video, the video was going viral. The governor was not speaking, and I don't know why. And that's the same thing with our traditional rulers right now, that they are not speaking. And I don't know why they are not speaking. Probably maybe they have a meeting or something that, okay, when these things are happening in your community, don't talk. Don't raise this alarm. Don't make it look like my state is bad. And I don't know what they are scared of. Maybe probably a state of emergency.
You feel you feel they are in a state of fear, or they are somehow
I feel they are in a
become
state.
complicit
Yes.
to the situation.
No. I feel they are in a state of fear. I feel they are in a state of fear. Probably they are saving their own them. I feel they are saving themselves. Like, I've heard a conversation from one House of Assembly member talking to someone. Okay, we don't want to make this place an IDP camp. Why? Because it will affect my 2027 pursuit.
So it's about the election
It's about the election. It's about themselves. It's about a personal thing.
and not about the lives and property.
It's no more about lives and properties of people. People are no longer part of their pain, because these guys, they move with securities. You can't touch them. But the people on the street, the people that live in these houses, you can easily get to them. Sometimes what they do now that is so common, they just come, they condemn. And obviously someone started making joke out of it, like, are they condemn Iron, or Iron condemn, and all of this stuff? Because that's what they do now. They just come and they condemn. The next minute, 2 days after, they've struck them. Now, they go to these places. When it happened in Otobiakpa, 17 persons. When it happened there, the next day, the commissioner of police went to Tobiakpa. I was driving there with the vehicles that I took to pick people from that place to take them to a safer place. I was doing there. The commissioner, the same security he went with, he left with them immediately. And I came back to Otuko, which is like 10 to 15 minutes drive away from this same Otobiakpa, and I was hearing one of the assembly members saying, there's a lot of securities there. The people should not panic. They should go back there. I went there. I only saw one guy with this on-tag on. You see, they are lying to the people. And that's not fair.
A few weeks ago, we saw the minority leader of the National Assembly, one of your leaders from your states, make some comments about the recurring killings in Benue State. So if you say they are not speaking out, is Senator Abamoro not one of you? Is it not a big stakeholder?
It is.
And speaking out a few weeks ago, do you not consider that a step in the right direction?
So what are the actions after speaking? Not just speaking. Action speaks louder. So what are the actions after speaking? Now, sometimes, there are things that if you need from someone and you speak once, the person might still be dragging. You speak second. There was something the former governor was doing, and that time it was looking as if he was just talking. But every time he keeps talking about these killings, he keeps raising alarm.
You're referring to Suswam?
No, Governor Otom.
Otom.
Yes, he keeps talking about these things. So you don't just come up one day and you talk, you still chill. Sometimes the people will look at it like, okay, I think it's not too serious. Keep talking about it. Keep pressing for this thing to change. But you just talk once, you chill. Then when this killing keep going, then one time again, you surface again and you talk. And they'll be like, but you're not pressing too much for this thing.
Are you part of those who believe that people like Senator Abamoro and a few other top politicians from your state have politicized the security situation in Benue as of today?
Like what they're saying now, they said some people are behind it. They don't believe some persons don't believe it's S-men attack. So it's their own thing to see it like, okay, probably this thing is politics. But now, if you're saying, okay, this is politics, but the people that are invading us, like one of the guys I drove with was inside my vehicle there. I went to pick these people from Otobiakpa. It was saying the guys that came are actually X-men. They are actually X-men. So I'm trying to know, is it that they're group of persons somewhere, they are doing this thing to just grab, according to what the governor said, it's land grabbing or what. So in Benue State, I feel if you want to do anything, people just regard it as politics. That's what they keep saying. That is politics. Okay, even if it's politics, but let the people be ready. Empower these people so the people can be ready to face any attack of people coming to land grab or grab Benue, as they are saying, or saying, okay, this is politics. But it's some set of people, group of people, staying in the bush, coming to do some of these things. So if you empower your people, they'll be able to stand and defend these things, even if it's politics.
What kind of empowerment are you advocating for?
You know, our people know what to do. Like me, that I know what to do to defend myself.
Okay, because you have repeated that phrase, my people, or our people know what to do.
Yes.
So in what sense are you coming from? Your people know what to do. What exactly do you mean?
They can defend themselves.
In what way?
They can defend themselves if they have the tools to defend themselves.
So you believe it's time your people begin to bear arms?
It's necessary. It's necessary. With caution, it's necessary to defend themselves, because a lot of things are happening. People will be in their homes, they will be sleeping, and you just break into them, start killing them, children's, wife, mothers, fathers, and they can't do anything, they'll just be looking.
What do you think might be the motive behind the recurring killings and the attacks of killer headsmen in your community?
Like what the governor said, I'll pick that also, when he said, okay, it's land grabbing. They're trying to grab, because sometimes when they do these things and everybody start running, they come there and they settle there. Some of these communities, like some parts in Otukpo, like the Okbamaju and some other villages, when they chased a lot of persons out of the village, they started coming gradually to settle. They started coming. So I want to believe it's that land grabbing thing. They will just come, they want to. That's why I was having a conversation one day with someone from Agatu. And the person was saying, when they were saying, okay, they were telling these herdsmen to leave, when they were telling these Fulani guys to leave our community, and they were saying, oh, we too, we are part of Nigerians. It's also our land. So I believe some of these statements sometimes might just trigger them, and they'll be like, oh, this is our land also, okay. I think we need to grab this space. We need to do our own thing. We need to enforce it. We need to make it happen forcefully. So I believe it's also this land grabbing thing that is causing this whole issue.
Well, the killer headsmen you're referring to, do you think they are truly Nigerians? Because there has been a lot of, reports and comments about the new, how the nomadic Fulani nomadics have been infiltrated. So perhaps the people who have begun to carry out these attacks might not really be the indigenous Fulani nomadics who are Nigerians. Some of them may have traveled all the way from neighboring countries into Nigeria, attacking some communities in the country. Do you believe so? Because have you heard them speak? What language do they speak?
Like the guy from the guy from one of the communities that witnessed this and that we're having conversations. He said the kind of language they speak, he has not heard such language before. So I might want to believe that some of these people, this
migrated from.
Yes, they have the resources. They can do these things. They can bring people in. I was talking to one man one day when we're coming to Abuja. Before now, I came before, yeah. I was talking to the man in the vehicle, and he was saying some of these guys, they will just promise them something from one of these neighboring countries, and they might be going through a whole loss. They will just pick them from somewhere and tell them.
But have you tried to interrogate or investigate to know where these people are actually getting their funds from? Who might be their sponsors or the interests, motive behind their.
They have sponsors that have money that they don't know what to do with the money. They have those kind of sponsors. But sometimes these sponsors are their. Someone was saying something the other day, one way, saying, okay, let's talk to our leaders so they can empower our people. And we were saying, how many leaders do we have from these parts that can really say, okay, for self-defense, you guys should take this and empower yourself? How many leaders do we have? that these people, they have people that are private people that can just sponsor these people. Have one money somewhere that you don't even know what to do with it. You can just, some people do some of these things for fun.
But in terms of having leaders, like I mentioned, you have the likes of the former governor of your state, Governor Utom, former Governor Utom, you have former Governor Suswam, you have Senator Abba Moru, you have a lot
But they're
of
not
them.
together.
So,
These people are not together. These people are not coming together to dialogue. These people are not coming together.
so how are they able to secure their indigenous communities?
These people are doing it personally. Now, there'll be crisis. You know, Benue, we have the Thief, we have the Igede, we have the Doma, we have the Tulo, you know, we have just
Different tribes.
Yes. So when things happen in the Thief speaking part, sometimes the Doma will just look like this, okay? So when it happens, the Doma speaking part, the Thief will just look like this, okay? So they are not coming together.
But you're not seeing that synergy.
No, I'm not saying it. So they are not coming together to be like, okay, we are one Benue. Let's fight this together. That's in one of my videos recently online. That was the same thing I was talking about. We can do this if we agree together. That's the only thing. That's the only time we can fight this together. Okay, we have 2 senators, about 2 to 3 senators from the Zone A and Zone B. No, yeah, we have 2 senators from Zone A and Zone B. And this Zone A and Zone B, they are from the Thief speaking part. Then we only have 1 senator from the Zone C. And this Zone C, we have the Igede, we have the Idomas. We have 9 local government under the Zone C.
In less than 2 years, these senators will be coming back to contest. On what grounds would they champion their contest?
That's the problem. That's the problem. In 2027, there will be a lot of issues in Benue. I've said that.
You envisage so?
Yes, I've said that. I know. I will stand against plenty people in Benue in 2027. Because on what ground are you coming? What are you telling the people? What are you coming to say?
Is it serving more like a warning to the politicians in your state?
Yes, because I will. I've said that long before now. That I will come out to say it. I will call your name. I don't have to hide and be on that. I will call your name. Hey, you can't go back. People, don't vote this person anymore.
And you have the support of your youths, your community members, your chiefs, your village heads, your kings.
I have the support of the youths. The youths are the power. I have the support of the youth. I'm a voice of my people. I speak. And my people want to listen to me because they always listen to it. Because I don't just speak like I want to talk. I speak their mind. So in 2027, there will be a lot of problems. But I just pray God will keep me safe.
So apparently you're also scared for your life too.
No, I feel whatsoever I'm doing. Why I'm praying to be safe is to keep speaking for my people. Not because I'm scared for myself. The life is one. I think we have a better place.
Is there any reason why you have taken this path? You're towing this path?
Yes, because I like to see people happy. Generally, I like to see people happy. I like it when people are happy. I like it when things are going well. Just 2 weeks ago, I knew what I faced. A lot of people from Benue, they saw it and they knew what I went through because I was trying to stand for people. They were coming after me, they were trying to end me. They were trying, all of these things.
Who were those?
There were people that were not happy that I was speaking the truth.
Members or indigenes of Benue too?
Yeah, indigenes of Benue.
So there are some people in Benue who want the crisis in Benue to continue.
There might be people that are actually benefiting from these things. Sometimes when there are crises, some people benefit from it because some people get fundings and all of that. So sometimes when there are crises, some people benefit from it. So when you
have a clue of who these people are, the agencies they work for or their NGOs.
No, these people are just there. These people are just there. Some people are just faceless, but they are just there at the background. The people that were coming after me, I don't even know them. But any location I get to, you see people telling you, please leave this place. It's not safe.
We'll go on a short break. Just hold your thoughts. We'll go on a short break and when we come back, the conversation continues. Just stay.
Nigeria is at a turning point. Young people are rising, demanding change. If you believe in justice, strong leadership, and real reform, then it's time to take a stand.
At LJE Nigeria, we're not just observers, we're builders. We're tackling leadership deficits, advocating for justice reforms, and driving economic advancement for all.
As a volunteer, you won't just watch, you will be a part of it. You will gain access to powerful seminars, conferences, and mentorships from professionals who believe in your potential.
No matter who you are, whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, a professional, or someone who cares, there's a place for you here.
Network with passionate change makers, build skills, and step into leadership.
Join LJE Nigeria today. Let's lead with truth. Let's build with courage. Let's rise for Nigeria. Become an LJE volunteer today and be the change Nigeria needs. Follow all our social media handles for more details.
Well, it's still Leadership Dialogue podcasts on LJE Nigerian TV. Remember that you can be part of this conversation via our social media platforms. You can like and subscribe to our page on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, including TikTok. The handle remains at LJE Nigeria. Well, before we went on that break, we told you earlier that a lot seems to be going on in the country as of now, and there has been calls that if the government of the day does not take drastic actions, citizens may be forced to revolt. My guest in the studio is still Meddy Olotu. When before we went on that break, you were, wrapping up some thoughts on the situation in Benue. But I'll just take you straight to this question. Now, a few days ago, I think about a day ago, the House of Reps made a rather disturbing comment, which is that the government of the day must stand up to its responsibility to securing lives and property. Like, it feels as though for many people, the country has never had it this bad. And I recall that one of the statements coming out of the House of Representatives is the fact that citizens might be forced to revolt. How do you perceive that?
Is if it's not working, citizen needs to do that. If things are not working, if things are really going back, see the way it is now, but anything we need to do, we just need to do it to help ourselves. Whatever we need to do it to help ourselves. Do you know that this morning, I was supposed to raise funds for a girl that was kidnapped. I was supposed to raise funds for her before they sent me a message this morning that she's been released. She was kidnapped on Saturday while she was flying the Otubo Adoka Road. So things are going really, really bad. So whatever that needs to be done right now should be done. Anything that needs to work for Nigerians now, we just need to do it. We just need to do it to make life better. See, people are struggling to even feed. And now we are struggling to actually protect ourselves.
The president, a few days back in Katsina, during a dinner meeting in Katsina, talked about his commitment to securing Nigeria. He also made mention of his administration's commitment towards revamping security architecture in the country and also deploying surveillance to ungoverned spaces. Do you think that would be well enough to securing the ungoverned areas in Benue State, for instance?
It will help, but we just want to see it happen. Most times in Nigeria, we just hear these things, like they just say it, but we don't see it happen. But we really want to see it happen. We want to see some of these things happen. See, I was talking to someone the other day. I said, these things are very easy to tackle. When they kidnap people, when they attack people, they just take them into the bush. This bush is just in the bush. You can actually find your way there. You can actually, if really you want it, if really they want to secure Nigerians, you see all these bushes. That's where these things happen. So whatever the president have said in Katsina can really come today if they make it happen. Let's not just listen and say, okay, they have said it, but we want to see the actions. You know, Nigerians, we're actually tired of this. We. Let's see the actions. Our government are fond of doing that. They keep talking, but we want to see actions. This thing it's very easy for them to do. This security issue that's happening in Nigeria is very easy for them.
How easy? Because if it is easy, the government should have nipped insecurity.
It's very easy for our soldiers to go to other countries, tackle issues there. But see, look at what is happening.
But you would also agree that the issue of insecurity has festered for so long. It's more than a decade. We started off with the Boko Haram crisis, and down we got the new crop of banditry, killer headsmen here and there. So it's an overwhelming situation, if you agree too.
But if the Nigerian government want to tackle this, like in my state, for instance, it's very easy to tackle insecurity there. Why do you say so? I feel it's very easy. Okay, look at their tactics. Look at what these guys are doing. The moment they kidnap or they catch anybody or they just do anything, they run into the bush. Now they are switching from one lane to the other. There's a place now in my states, let's say from Zone C, where Senator Abamori came from. There's a place where in that Otukpo town, there's a road going to Lagos. Before, the rate of insecurity there was so alarming. Now they started doing the road there. Then those bushes, they started clearing those paths there. Since a year now, we've not heard of any issue
On that
road. And now the soldier presence there became more. They now switch from that road to the Abuja road, the one leading to Abuja. That's where they are now. So if you are passing there now, you'll be doing sign of the cross before you pass through that road. Before it was not like that. That road was very calm. Nothing was happening there. But they switch. So it's easy to actually tackle these people. Just look, our government know what to do if they decide.
If it is easy to tackle the situation in Benue State, does that in any way mean that your government, the present governor of your state, is sleeping in terms of when it comes to insecurity, or he's complacent?
He said he's trying his best.
But is his best good enough from what you have?
For me, I feel he needs to do more.
How have you been able to interrogate the current administration in your state? How have you been able? Have you even approached
the governor? There was one time. No, I've not approached the governor, but there was one time something happened in Otukpo, and I spoke about it. It got to the essay on security. Then the essay said, no, there's nothing like that. Up till the next day, the essay was still saying there was nothing like that. And I was confused, like, really? Everybody were posting about it. There were proofs, there were evidence. And the essay was still saying there was nothing like that. So I was surprised. You see that you are trying to make the state look like, okay, there is peace, Benue is okay, Benue is fine. So the world will see Benue like, okay, this current administration now, they are doing well. No, now. Come out, say it the way it is. I think they are actually scared of something. I think they are actually scared of painting this current administration like, during your time, it was bad. It was not good. There was so much insecurity. There was this, there was that. And I think that's the problem. And I think that's why when you speak out, there will be people going against you in my state because they feel, you don't say everything. Yes, I've heard people that tell me like that, guy, you don't say everything. So no matter how bad it is, you just try to paint it around. I mean, I'm not a person.
Then your governor must have lost touch with his people. Is that what you mean?
Because even in my state, the APC is divided. The same party in my state is divided. There are people for this, there are people for this. In my local government, the people supporting APC there, the APC there are three factions. So you see, even in my state, the APC are not together.
And all of these put together are affecting the performance of your government.
Definitely. And the same APC are still planning to work against the governor come 2027. They their factions. Have you seen a video recently where the SGF wife was talking to the governor? You've not seen that video. She was saying, I don't know if you're having issues with my husband, you should not. So you see. And that was the person who presented the governor to Benue people. Oh, okay. So there is an issue in Benue. So that means he's not getting the support of even the federal government.
So what would be your word to your governor as far as security is concerned in your state?
I just feel whatsoever thing they are doing, they should think about the people first. I don't know what's happening between them, the federal government, the SGF and all of that, but they should think about the people first. Now, there are people that might want to limit his power. He's the governor, yeah, but there are people that are there that are saying, oh no, I'm not in support of this government. And I might want to do anything to spoil this government. So every difference is there. They should tackle it first. Benue should come together. When they come together, they have one voice. They can push for a lot of things to happen. They can push for this security. They can push for the end of this whole issue, because now it's increasing day by day. I might just be living here now and I'll hear of one thing. Before 1 minute now people are tired of hearing news every day by day. We don't know where they will be hitting today.
Well, we as a group have continued to, pray for the Benue people as well as other parts of the country where insecurity has continued to fester unabatedly. And we do hope that in coming weeks and coming days, perhaps we will begin to hear more secured stories and news coming out from these areas. Well, our prayers and our sympathies still goes to the Benue peoples, goes to the Plateau people and other parts of the country where kidnapping, killer herdsmen attack has become the order of the day. Well, we'll wrap the conversation here, but not without a parting word from you. What will be your word of advice to your people?
I just feel they should keep standing strong. They should try the way they have been trying. Let them keep trying. Let them keep trying till we get help. I know they want to do something, but their strengths are little, and we hope they will empower them very soon for them to defend themselves.
Meddy Olotu is our guest today. He is an activist and an advocate from Benue State, well, one of the worst hit states in the country as of today. But with people like Meddy, we hope that peace will be restored in Benue State. Well, I'm still Chikodinaka Dili, and of course, we will come your way again. It's the Leadership Dialogue podcast. And remember to join the conversation on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, using our handle at LJE Nigeria TV. Well, we'll see you again. Do take care and have a wonderful time. Bye.